Okay, this is a newer version of the rear delt destroyer because I have done a video on it in the past, but it's still raised a lot of questions in terms of people's techniques. So hopefully I can clear that up with this one. So the rear delt destroyer is basically a superset. You're going from really, really heavy to really, really light. Well, when I say really, really light, it's lighter than what it was. And it's important to understand that the first component of this movement is a partial rep. Okay, we're going super heavy, not to complete the movement and get full range, but we want to get a partial range and enough to engage the rear delt. So you're on an incline, make sure you're set up correctly, make sure your chest is high, your feet are on the ground and you're not sliding around. You've got clearance with your shoulders. But don't be slouching. A lot of people find that they engage their traps and it's probably because they're rounded over the bench. You want to have your chest up. So I'm going to start with 20s, even though it's probably a touch light for me. And you want to, with the first component, you want to make sure that you've still got a soft elbow and you're driving through the elbows, ensuring that your shoulder is doing the work. Now these are only partials and it needs to be nice and clean. You don't want to just be swinging like a pendulum, you actually want to be working the shoulder. So the first set, and I'll stop it there just for demonstration purposes, you want to be getting to say 15 or 20, and obviously your program will dictate that. And it's partial, and then as soon as you've done them, and it may be a struggle, you go straight to the light, and then you go full range, all the way out full range. So you double the range of motion, but you've got a significantly lighter weight. So what those weight ratios work out for you is very dependent on the individual and their strength, but you want to make sure that the first ones are super heavy, like heavy enough just to get the movement, okay, with a soft elbow, and then you go light, significantly light, but what you would traditionally do in terms of a rear lateral raise, chest supported, maybe a kilo or two lighter than that, just because of the fact that you've just overloaded your rear delts with this one first. So to avoid the traps, make sure your chest is up, make sure your feet are planted, you've got good posture, you're driving through the elbows, you're not trying to, upright row it or shrug it, and you're trying to create that circle away from the body, driving through the elbow. That's the key. If you don't do that, you will feel your traps. So that's the rear delt destroyer. My recommendation normally is say 15 for the heavies, 20 or 30 for the lights. Give that a couple of rounds, rear delts will be cooked. So enjoy it, the rear delt destroyer.